So I know this is like, I know this has been a while. Well, not a while, but yeah, a while. I know I've been saying that I'm gonna be starting my YouTube videos since like, woo, long time ago. But I finally decided to at least create my intro today. I am working on editing everything so that I can go ahead and start my new YouTube videos. I know, like I said, this has been something that has been ongoing. And I know I've mentioned it in my live videos as well as my Instagram videos and my Snapchat, but I am finally here, and I hope that this journey, we'll see where it goes. So some of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video was basically who am I, basically how I started with makeup, so you guys can get to know a little bit about me, you know, and I would love to know stuff about you guys. So anything you guys want to go ahead and tell me about yourselves, how you guys got into makeup, how you ran into my video, I would very much greatly appreciate it if you drop your comments below. Something's freaking eye. So let's go back, let's rewind a little bit. So basically the way that I started doing makeup, this has been maybe 6 to about 8 years ago, if I'm not wrong. A lot of my followers already do know my story. You know, I'm pretty much an open book, and I try to talk to everybody about what I've gone through. You know, I know a lot of people look at my story as a bit of an inspiration to a lot of you guys. So here goes again. I started doing makeup when I was very young. My mom had a lot of friends, so you know, being a Latina and living in a Mexican household, you know, my mom was a single mom, you know, she had a lot of friends. So many of the times she'd be like, oh, mija, do this, or mija, do that. Or, you know, I had friends back then. I was really bad. Like, I was always out partying. Like, I would not listen to my mom. And, you know, I started to do makeup little by little, and, you know, things from there, you know, little by little as the years went on. When I turned about 17, I was 16 turning 17, I went into foster care, and it became a very dark time for me. I felt very alone. You know, I felt like, you know, I just didn't have motive to basically like move forward. Like, I was so depressed, you know, with everything that was going on with my situation, me going to a foster home. I was scared that they were going to remove me from my school. You know, it was just so much going on, you know, at being 16 going to 17. And then, so let me go back. So from there, basically what happened, oh my god, I blanked out. Eventually I went into foster care, and you know, obviously when you go into foster care, you do have foster parents, and it comes with every household does have rules. So obviously I had rules that I had to follow while being in foster care. So for me it was very hard, you know, because I was so used to going out, I was so used to being free, you know, and now that I couldn't go out, I became very depressed. You know, and long story short, I started to do makeup. Eventually I met my husband, and you know, my husband and I did have kids. You know, I have 2 daughters now, and I decided to, you know, we had her when I was pregnant. You know, we had just recently moved to an apartment, you know, and you know, when you're young, you know, I was young, really young. I was 18 when I moved out, and was already pregnant. My husband had just recently, like as soon as we moved out, like 2 months in, he had lost his job. We didn't have ways to pay for our rent. It was just very hard. We didn't even have money to buy a gallon of milk. And from there, my sister-in-law, she was the one that told me, well, why don't you do makeup and on others? And I never thought about doing it on others. So I decided, she tells me, well, why don't you start going live? A lot of people are doing it. I think you would be good person to do it. You have a very fun spirit and blah, blah, blah. And I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, what if somebody doesn't like me? But, I think with everything comes negative comments, and the good thing is that there's more good comments and more positive feedback versus the negative. So I finally decided to start going live. I started Facebook Live about 5 years ago, and from there oh my God, everything just pretty much kicked off from right there. Like from there I started to go live a lot more often, and obviously with that came sponsors. And then from there I started to do more live videos, and eventually I created a following. I created a beauty group as well, which now has a little bit over 150,000 followers in there. For those who do not know, I am the creator of Glam Dynasty, which that will be a whole nother story. And another thing that I feel like, oh my God, everything is just like, I have so much in my head that I'm like, I don't even know where to start. And then I started to do more live videos, and I began to get more sponsorship. And then eventually the opportunity rose up for me to open an academy/store. So I finally did. I was amazed that I even took that step, but I was so glad that I did, to be my own boss. It's, to be honest, I've never worked a job in my life where it was an 8-hour job or whatever. And I was so scared that I was gonna fail. Like, it literally took me months to open my business. I had gotten the keys November, and I was just so terrified of failing that 4 months. It took me 4 months to open my location. And when I finally did, everything kicked off. Thank God. And things went very well. But then I decided to shut down my store this December of 2019, because my contract was up. I decided to close it for not personal reasons, but I was just having problems with tenants at my location. And I mean, there's plenty of locations, so I decided, well, I mean, if I did good here, my customers, my students are gonna follow me to wherever I go. So thankfully I was able to close without problems. But now that this whole coronavirus is up in the air, I decided to put it up on pause. So all of that is on halt right now. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on me to open up a new location, but you know what? I think with time. So basically that's pretty much it as to a little bit of my backstory. I know there's a really long version of it, but I'm gonna get you guys bored. So I very much appreciate if you guys subscribe and comment down below. Tell me videos that you guys will like to see in the future. I know it's kind of awkward, again, like I said, for me to be talking to a camera. Usually I have somebody on the other end answering me, so so for me it's kind of awkward. I can't wait to see where this journey does take me, just like every other journey that I've decided to take on. I very, very much appreciate every single one of you guys. Don't forget that I very much love you guys, and I'm gonna try to be as transparent as I can. And anything, again, like I said, anything you guys want me to answer, you guys want to see, I will gladly answer you guys in the future videos that I have coming up. So subscribe, comment, and I hope you guys I hope you guys like my awkwardness here. Bye.